Shalom, family. Okay, so let's crack in here. Got lots of stuff going on, so let's see what we got. Okay, nice. So there's the beets. They're doing really well. Look like they might be getting a little leggy, but that's okay. Let's see, and we got some okra. Okra seed pods have popped open and they're starting to reach for the sun here. So that's good. And then over here also cucumber still popping. That first one is getting its first set of leaves over there, which is great. You can see some of the other ones are starting to open up. Over here looks like the oregano starting to come up. Real tiny. Those seeds, remember I talked about, were so small. Look at those little seedlings. I mean, they're tiny, but they're coming up. This is my cilantro. And it looks so beautiful. This was, I can't remember what that is. I think that was something else that was really small seeds. So let me look. Let's see. Oh, this is basil. So that's what the basil seedlings look like. And they're starting to crack open. Really nice. And then, of course, back to the tomatoes. I did a little bit of work on these tomatoes. They were starting to get kind of leggy, which is fine. But I took in this, I think in this pocket and in this front pocket right here, I used chopstick, just a regular chopstick here. And what I did is I took these some of the taller seedlings over here. It's okay to give them a little bit of, you want to disrupt them a little bit just because that's like the wind, and the wind actually helps them grow. So it's not going to hurt them to come in here and give them a little, flicker them a little bit because they've been covered up. But they need that natural movement. This one right here, just to show you guys, let's see, I'm going to pick one of these taller ones, like this one right here maybe. So what I did is I just kind of made an impression in the soil around it, and then I just took that seedling and used my chopstick to try to kind of press down a little bit in the soil. I mean, you don't have to be really rough with it, but you don't have to be super well, I just broke that one, so okay, well, maybe you should be a little bit more gentle than I was. So anyways, I broke that one off of its roots, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to press that rest of that stem back down into the soil anyway, since I broke it, and then that root that was attached to it probably will go ahead and re-sprout its second leaves, which is fine because that's just the first leaf. But anyways, I was just trying to show you that I just basically took these and bent them over and pressed them down into the soil to give them a little bit more stem to root off of. So if they start to get leggy, a lot of people will take these top two leaves here, the initial leaves, and they'll pinch them off. I'm not going to pinch mine yet. I'm going to let them grow for about another week or so because this is going into the second week, and they are about 2 inches, but They're still doing okay. They're not starting to wilt or yellow or anything like that. So I'm not really that concerned with them. But I did want to show you that I had pressed these down into the soil. So these guys right here, and it's okay to press them all the way down to those top two leaves, just like I with this one, this broken one I just did. That is perfectly fine, because what it's going to do is the roots will grow out all along that stem that you press down into the ground, and it'll give it a stronger root system. So we'll just wait on that and see what happens. Over here, with these cucumbers, I'm just basically gonna leave these alone. I'm just dusting off that little dirt that was on there. But again, you know, if they're trying to bust out and you see dirt kind of caked on them, that's fine. It's just because they were down in the soil. And usually if you give it a little bit of a spritz, you can get them right off. So anyways, over here, these cute, I think those were cute. No, this is okra plants. Want to be really good, gentle with my okra plants. Since I love okra so much. But let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I think I put on those, I really do think I put 2 seeds in each pocket. So this one's doing great, this one's doing okay. No seeds here yet, none here yet, none here. I may end up putting a little bit more soil in here, which is what I did to the tomatoes since they were getting leggy. Just reached in and sprinkled a little soil on there. And I do believe I'm seeing something coming up right here. Yeah, that's a little bit of something, and that is, oh, okay, so this is my lettuce, and I've got one little shoot coming up right there. Nothing else so far, so we'll just have to wait a little bit on those. And oh, what I was going to do is I was going to come over here to my okra and just throw a little bit more soil on those. So I've got my organic soil here, and I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit around these plants that are already, these little seedlings that are already coming up. I'm just going to sprinkle a little bit more soil on them so that they're not so exposed, and so that their roots can get stronger. Have a little bit more dirt there. And for those ones that haven't come up yet, okay, well, that's okay. They're still getting a little bit more soil in their pockets, so okay. So with that, basically, adding a little bit of soil there. Put a little bit over here around these beets too. Just a little bit. Just so that we're going to make sure that they don't get so leggy and start to curl up or anything. Just put a little bit of the soil in there, and let them keep growing. So anyways, this is so much fun, and watching everything grow and see it step by step is really, really fun. I'm going to prop that up with a little piece of mulch right there. But yeah, these guys are doing great. Um, I will probably, in about a week or so, bring them outside, um, just so that they can get a little bit more sun and, you know, grow a little bit more. But I'm just giving them just a light little misting. Notice some of my pods are dry, cells were getting a little dry, so I'm just misting it here with the very, you can see that mist of water is very fine. I've got the nozzle on the sprayer set to a very, very fine mist so that I'm not damaging my little seedlings as they come up, but they're getting plenty of moisture and water without being overwatered. So I'm just giving them a little mist, mist that soil down that was around the beets there that I just added, and around my okra. And I don't know if I told you guys, but in my water bottle I put a penny in there, and that penny is a penny that is prior to 1983. Pennies used to be made, were about 97 to 98% copper, and that changed at about 1983, 84. They started making the pennies out of zinc with just a light copper coating over the top of it. So if you look at your pennies, and if you want to put pennies in your water to kill fungus and bacteria, which is great, especially for tomatoes, they really are susceptible to fungus and bacteria. So if you add a penny to your water, that copper will begin to eradicate anything that could be damaging to the plants. So anyways, that's that. The water shalom. I will get back to you guys whenever I get done, when I get ready to put these into some different pots. But right now they're just kind of getting started good, so I wanted to share that. Have a blessed day.